We are back with a new video. So welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to learn about disastrous security misconfigurations. Okay, so let's get started. Arbitrary file upload. Now this is one of the most critical vulnerability which you are going to ever see. Okay, it's one of the most critical vulnerability through which we can directly access the whole web server. Okay, out of all the web application security vulnerabilities in the world, this is the most critical vulnerability. If you have found out this, you can get a huge bounty, maximum bounty. Okay, so understand it very carefully. So what is this? While allowing a user to upload files as per the specific feature, validating the file extension against the whitelisted extension is important. So, of course, on web application, there are different file upload functionalities. For example, photograph upload for profile image, then document upload for CV. There are a lot of different upload functionalities for different purposes. Okay, so make sure, like when developer builds such functionality, developer needs to make sure that the file extension is getting validated properly and in comparison with the whitelisted extensions. Okay, so whatever the extensions are whitelisted, only those extensions should be allowed. Apart from that, other extensions should not be allowed. Now, it can be done using below two approaches: client-side validation using JavaScript, which is insecure. Okay, server-side validation using backend programming language. It may be insecure. Okay, if not implemented correctly. So combination of approach 1 and 2 is a good approach, so that JavaScript can handle unwanted inputs and server-side programming language can actually handle the unwanted file extension. But simply using client-side validation does not make sense. It can easily be bypassed. Okay, so do not use case number 1 independently, like single. Okay, server-side programming language like server-side validation, you can use it, but having JavaScript on the front end. Okay, it would help you to decrease the load, because if front end does the work of front end like basic validation, then those kind of validation does not need to be built on server side. So combination of approach 1 and 2 could be a good approach. So this is what file upload functionality is, and it should be built up. Next is, if this file upload functionality are not built correctly, okay, what disaster can be done? What disaster can be done? So for the same, I have a live demonstration, basically on a dummy application. This is BWAP. It's buggy web application, okay, which I hosted on my local host. I will give you this BWAP path so that you guys can also set up this on your local host and try out different attacks. It's completely vulnerable, built for trying out different attacks, different OWASP attacks, and this could really help you understand different vulnerabilities. Okay, at least if you know the vulnerabilities, you can try on it. They don't offer any training or tutorial, but if you know the vulnerabilities, you can try it out. So this is a buggy web application on which I am accessing this unrestricted file upload, and here they're asking us to please upload an image. Okay, so of course image is in JPG or PNG or some other formats, like, but they should not allow us to upload anything else apart from JPG, PNG or GIF, right? So we will just go and check whether we can upload a PHP file or not. Why PHP? Because this entire web application is built on PHP. So if I can upload my own PHP, and if I access that particular path where the file is getting stored, then my code can be executed. Okay, if I type down simply PHP echo, like PHP info and echo, okay, then it should print the PHP info page for me. If I type down PHP file upload over there, okay, then it should give me a file upload functionality over there. So if I can run my own PHP code, that's the thing what I want, right? I can hack the entire web server. So we have a web shell with us. Web shell is basically a particular programming language page. It's PHP web page which is built for accessing the entire server. Okay, so understand, whenever you want to upload a shell, okay, a web shell, which is also called as a backdoor. If you want to upload this backdoor, make sure you first of all understand the technology. If it's PHP, you can upload PHP shell. If it's ASP, you can upload ASP shell. Okay. If it's JSP, you can upload JSP shell. So like based on the technology, there would be different shells. Okay, web shells basically. So first of all, I'll quickly go to eSecurity 5. Okay. I'll go to E drive. What's the problem? Okay. eSecurity 5, video recordings, bug bounty workshop, under disastrous security misconfiguration. Here's the shell. Okay. I have the web shell over here. And this is basically coded in PHP, and it gives us access to the entire server. So I'm going to press upload. So my file has been uploaded over here. It says that image has been uploaded over here, and here is the link. So I'm quickly going to open that link, and here it is. Okay. So this is a PHP file which I have uploaded, and there was no restriction, there was no file extension validation, and due to which I am able to upload this on the server. It's my local server, and you can see I have access to the entire server. Okay, I have access to all the files which are on the server on this particular path, on this images path. If I go back to the path, okay, let me go back to bwap. I can access all the folders which are there on the server. See, passwords and soap and style sheets and images and all this, all the server side code as well. All this PHP file, I can download any of these files if I want. Okay. So it's basically I have an access to the entire server. Okay, I can copy the entire server source code. I can rebuild the entire web application. It's like I am accessing the entire server. I can even trigger SQL commands to talk to database. Okay, I can upload any other file if I want. And not only this, okay, if you are uploading this file on a shared server, then you can access all the websites hosted on that particular shared server. So if you understand what is shared server, it's nothing but it's basically a computer system. It's computer system with high-end configuration. That's why we call it as a server, because we have a server operating system installed on it, and we have few settings. Okay, so on shared server, all like thousands of websites are on the same server, okay, in different folders. And if you upload such shell on the shared server, you can access the files of all those thousands of websites by simply using this shell. Yes, and that's why we say in security that you should not use a shared server in if you want to secure your website. Because let's say you are uploading a website on a shared server where there are 100 websites. Your website is 100% secure, okay, even more secure than Facebook, let's assume. Then the hacker would try to access those other 99 websites and try to identify a problem like this on any of the 99 websites. And even if on one single website a hacker is finding out such problem and uploading a web shell, hacker would be able to uh, access your particular website source code, everything. Okay, so this is why you should not host your website on a shared server. Now if I want to check out like what different other websites are also there on this particular server, when I am uploading this on a live server, I can go to symlink. And I can click on whole server symlink. So when I click on whole server symlink, I will be having list of domains of all the servers or all the web applications which are hosted on this particular server. Okay, so this is a symlink feature. And yeah, I could go to any of the particular path. I have all the information about server, what is the name of the server, how much hard disk is available, what is the RAM size, everything. Okay, what operating system is running, and what is the application server, what is its version, everything I can see from this web shell. So if you encounter any, let's say, .NET application, if you want .NET shell, like which works on ASP, so which is Kiki, Coco, Shell, Pastebin. Pastebin is a web application where people used to upload different things that they want to share with someone. So Kiki, Coco, Shell, Kiko Shell. Then this one, these are some ASP shell. Okay, it is written in ASPX. So you can go and download those shell if you want, if you encounter any .NET application, and if you want to try out this arbitrary file upload on .NET application. Then PWN shell, that's pawn shell for JSP. Again, you can go to Pastebin and look for it. So here is the pawn shell.jsp on Pastebin. Okay, so you can download that shell if you encounter any .jsp application. So this is how all those shell would have kind of a similar interface that you will understand. This is how matchpot shell works, and other shell would work in differently, but it would ultimately give you all this access. Okay, so this is what the main impact of unrestricted file upload. Now in this case, there was no restriction. Okay, there was no checking of file extension. It simply allowed us to upload a web shell. But if there are some validations, how to bypass that validations? So let's discuss in the next slides. Okay, so as we have understood, if the file extension restriction are misconfigured, it could lead to remote code execution. So ultimately it allowed us to upload our own code and execute it on the server. That's what we call it as a remote code execution. So also below are the few bypasses for client and server side validations. So if the client side validation is there, okay, with the help of JavaScript, we can simply bypass it with the help of Bob suite. Okay, so by entering the correct thing, okay, which JavaScript is actually looking for. So let's satisfy the JavaScript first and then send the request to Bob suite, and on air in the middle of the request. Okay, so hold the request in the Bob suite, modify your particular file name or something, and then send it to server. So if you want to upload a PHP file and it's not allowing you to upload a PHP file due to a JavaScript validation, so upload your web shell with .jpeg extension first, and in Bob suite just change that JPG to PHP, and then press forward button. It will go to the server. If there is no server side validation, then your file will be uploaded successfully and you have bypassed JavaScript validation. Okay, case number 2. Okay, so there is again a other feature in Google Chrome developer tools called as edit and resend. You can use this feature as well. Okay, so case number 2, server side validation bypass using double extensions. Okay, so even server side programming language has some type of validations to check the file extension. You may be able to bypass that also. How? With the help of double extension. So pass such extension with the file .jpeg.php, okay, or vice versa .php.jpeg. Then using null characters, so .php %00.jpeg or .jpeg %00.php. %00 is basically a null character. By abusing case sensitive rules, so if there are some case sensitive rules available on the server side logic, then you can bypass it with this .php wherein h is capital, or like this or like this. Okay, so likewise different combinations. By abusing blacklisted extensions, so we can find the missed extension like .php5, .phtml, .shtml for the possible execution. So many a times developer practices blacklisting. Okay, so developer knows that people upload PHP shell, people upload ASP shell, people upload JSP shell. So if my web application is built on PHP, I will simply blacklist .php file. So I'll not allow anyone to upload PHP file. Okay, so in that case, this is called as a blacklisting feature. Whitelisting feature is kind of, I will only allow JPEG, PNG, and GIF. Apart from that, all the other extensions would automatically be not allowed. Okay, so if you use a blacklisting approach, it's bad. Okay, it's incorrect, because you only blacklist a particular extension and you don't know whether there are any other extensions available similarly or not. So if PHP is blocked, I can try PHP5, I can try PHTML. All these are server side extensions, and I can upload such shell also, okay, with the help of PHTML and SHTML also. So you can try, go to pastebin and find out PHTML web shell, SHTML shell, you will get it. So that's it with this video. I hope you liked all the vulnerabilities and understood about all the vulnerabilities. So thank you again for watching this video. See you in the next video.